Alright everybody, welcome back to the Maco the Producer channel. Hey, in this video, I'm going to be doing some producing. Actually, as Maco the Producer, I should probably do some producing, you know. So really, what I was working on just a second ago, I'm like, you know what, I gotta share some of this, but I just want you guys to watch and see what I do to create beats using Ableton today, but you can do this in any sort of DAW. Some of the tricks are the same. I haven't really planned this video out, but I had this beat that was like pretty fire, and we're gonna see how it turns out. So it could sound like crap. Here we go. So in this project, I'm just going to show you guys where I've got so far. I started out by creating the drum beat here, so let's just take a quick ol' listen-o to what we got. What I had, just kind of dinking around, seeing what I could make here, but I actually made this kick from scratch so you can hear it. And so what I did for that is I actually pulled in some layers here. So I have my kick group here that I created but from scratch. And so some of that is a few different things going on here. So we have this punchy sound, which I'm going to turn off these effects quick. So we got the transient here. So this is the transient and the beginning of the kick. So if we mute this sound, we only have that little pop sound. And I wanted like a punchier kick going on there, but it needed more length. So I added a different kick drum to give it that thuddy sound. Then what I did was I added another layer. So I added this layer as well below it. So I added some more oomph to it. And then altogether, what I did to add some extra sound to it is over the group of the kick sounds, I just added a submarine, which is just a bass enhancer plugin, and I used the kick thump preset for that, and it just gives it better low end. And then I threw a glue compressor on here to tie all the sounds together. So let's hear what it sounds from the beginning too. So that's what we got. So then what I did is I sampled it, so now we can hide that, and this is our kick here. So then I needed a snare, obviously. So I just kind of added a snare. I just searched for a snare inside of Ableton, but you can use whatever snare you want. So that's what I've got going on there. I'm using a sample here instead of MIDI for my drums. Might talk about that in a different video, but that's just one way to do it. You can also do it with MIDI. So what I wanted to do is I also added this cymbal sound here, which is just your stereotypical, let's remove the reverb. So that sound, I pitched it up a little bit, added a bunch of reverb to it because I really was going for like a bright, tinny sound here. So we can actually get more of that too by changing that. So that's what the sound I'm going for. Then I just added a very simple kind of hip hop hi-hat. And I'll do some other stuff here to give it a bit more dynamic. So one thing I like to do, just to give the hi-hat sometimes a bit more, you can pan them to left or the right to give them more like space in your mix. But I use this tool called Auto Pan, and I use that to give it a little more like, it's going like, and it just does that automatically, which is a really nice feel to it. It gives it more space. So altogether we got, oh, I forgot to talk about this one. So this is my reverse. Remember to label your tracks. Boom. So reverse here is just this sound. But what I did is I took that sound, duplicated it, and resampled it so it reverses. So that's something that's really important to do sometimes, is you just reverse swell into it. And usually I like to do that right into a snare. So just make a meme out of that sound effect. So then I just have a very simple piano here. This is a free piano plugin, Labs. So if you go to Spitfire Audio, they have this awesome free piano sound. And I've added just a little bit of this kickstart, which is basically just a side chaining plugin. It gives it this sort of sweeping sound to give it a bit more flow. And then I added some OTT over top of it to bring out some of the darker sounds, some of the more muffled sounds. And so And that's really all I got from here. So let's keep going with this because I really want to make something that sounds kind of cool. And then I'm going to show you guys just what I'm doing now to kind of build off of this basic. We have a very basic beat going on here. So this is where I like to just make 4 bars of something and maybe even duplicate it twice here. There's some extra stuff you might be noticing. So there's just like this guitar riff, which is just an idea that I had that actually doesn't sound that great with it, which I'm going to delete because just to clean it up. And then there's this preset here. So I was just going for like a... So really what I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to go for good high quality sounds. And this is where it takes a lot of time, is a bunch of dinking around, trying different things. So here we go. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing to kind of dink around and figure out some of this stuff. Whoa, that sounds sick. I want something. Okay, that might be something we can work with. So I'm going to take this preset and change it a bit because, you know, that's what you got to do. I want to get some of that bass out of there, I think. That wasn't really what I wanted. I wonder if I need to... I could work with that. We need to remove some of the bass out of this sound. So let's get rid of some of this. So let's go back to playing that loop here and sometimes what I'll do is I'll just take the chords here and add it in, and that did not sound good. Let's add like an arpeggiator. So here's what you do to turn this into a beat. I mean, honestly, we could probably go further here, but this is what I want to do is I want to just turn this into like something I could give to somebody and be like, what do you think of this beat? And could you make something with this? So let's just copy and paste it 4 different times. Okay. Let's copy and paste the whole thing 4 different times. And then let's just remove some elements here. Let's just keep the piano. Let's get rid of all this stuff. And let's throw in something simple like a snap, because like we need something to keep the beat going, I think. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking very simple parts of this at the beginning here, cutting out most of the stuff, and then just adding a little bit to it to build it up to what we were working at earlier in the song. So then what I'm going for here is at the end of this, I want some way to transition into the part that we were working on. And we'll just loop. Yeah, so that's basically a 16 measure beat right there. I'm not sure if I would ever send this off to somebody. It has a lot of work yet to go before we could actually do anything with this. Maybe I would speed it up a little bit, give it more of a groove, because that's what I like to go for. But this is kind of where the idea starts. And yeah, so that's kind of all I had for this video here today. Now, keep in mind, again, you can do this in any DAW. Just kind of wanted to turn the camera on today and actually do some producing for you guys and show you a little bit of what I do when I'm in the studio just working on some tracks. If you guys like this video, please comment, subscribe. Check out my new website, macotheproducer.com. There's lots of cool stuff on there. If you're looking for a DJ, I have a new section called Looking for a DJ. It has a form you can fill out if you have an event you're requesting my services for, and I'll see you guys in the next video.